The taxi driver pulled up after about, how long we were worried about?
About an hour.
About a whole hour.
Yeah, it was about an hour.
We was worried about an hour. It was about an hour or so before this taxi driver pulled up on us, and
I was like,
we were getting so much. We were so nervous and was just wondering. All that time we spent packing up our bags and organizing and bringing stuff and all of the stuff we had with us. We had 7 whole bags of things.
Yes.
And only one. How many bags were in the car with us?
We didn't have no luggage.
We
didn't have no luggage in the car with us. We only had handbags.
Yeah, we only had our handbags. So all of our big luggages were in the car with
all our belongings.
All our belongings were in the car with the taxi driver. So when he pulled up, oh my goodness, we were so happy. We were elated. Oh my goodness, and so relieved. And he told us that
the tale of what happened with our bag situation.
Why he wasn't right there when we got to the airport.
He gets stopped by
the
police. That's my niece, Katie.
That's our niece, Atia Queer. Yeah, so
he gets stopped by the soldiers and the police. So they don't believe that he on the way to the airport. Even though he got
all them bags in the car.
A taxi full of bags. They don't believe that this man is on the way to the airport. So they tell him the only way they're going to let him through is if we come back to the barrier where he is with them and prove and tell him, that he was with us and those are our bags.
Or he wasn't going to let him leave until we showed up.
Right. So
how we would know where to show up?
We at the airport. We don't know where he is. We don't have his number. He don't have our number. So it's just like, so he there. We end up, they let him go for a minute. He comes straight to us, but the soldier told him, because he got to go back through the same barrier. Yeah. The soldier told him, when you get to the airport, you better have those people call me and tell me that those were their bags, or when you come back through here,
we're going to arrest you.
They're going to arrest you. So he told me that. I was like, give me the phone. So he called the soldier back. I talked to the soldier on the phone. I was like, look, bro, this guy was helping us. He was bringing our bags to the airport. We're taking his evacuation flight. And we couldn't leave because we lose our space in line. There's only a certain amount of people. I tell him the whole story of what's going on, what our situation is. So he was like, oh, okay. No problem. Just like that. All
they had us worried like that for that. And you can look in the car and see that. But anyway. Anyway, we was relieved. Oh my goodness, we were so relieved.
My grandbaby got happy all of a sudden. She was straight. She was dancing around and spinning and doing pirouettes and all kind of stuff. So she was straight. I was straight.
Yeah. So so that's what happened. So we waited till the morning. The sun came up. We were sitting there. Hey. We were sitting up there until they started letting people in. We did go in to take the children to the restroom. So, but when we went inside for them to check in, for us to check in with the U.S. State Department and things, we walked in. As soon as we walked in the door, there was a lady standing there with one of those temperature guns. She did all of our forehead to see, I guess, to check our temperature. She didn't tell us anything, but I guess our temperature was proper because they allowed us to go forward. But when I tell you, that was the only thing that we experienced from that trip on. We were traveling for 2 days in airports and stuff. That was the only time we experienced or saw anything related to coronavirus.
Wait a minute, you gotta remember, then once we got on the plane, it was Ethiopian Airlines that we flew. And once we was in transit, they gave us a form, a COVID-19 form. Remember the form?
Yep, I got it.
So we thinking once we land, we had to hand the form to somebody, then go through another check. And once you get to the airport in DC or whatever. Well, so we got the form, we filled out the form. When we land, the airport is like a ghost town. I mean, when I say a ghost town, it was like on the Walking Dead movie or something like that. Like it wasn't nobody around, wasn't nobody moving, when none of that happened.
All the stores were closed.
Yeah.
It was just like us, our evacuation flight, and that's it. It was in the evening. We landed at night, so it was just a few people there. All of us there getting our bags, and that was just it. The flight was full. Now, don't let me tell you, that flight that we left from Ghana to U.S. to Washington, our flight was full. There was no corona type of setups, nothing. All I could tell is they had sprayed and fumigated the plane with something that was so strong, I felt it cutting off my air supply. But other than that, there was nothing else that was done in relation to coronavirus.
That's it.
Which all the antennas went up, all the questions in the air about all this fear mongering, all this stuff that they're showing on TV. None of that is adding up. So when we got to Washington, we had to spend the night because the flight was only from Ghana to Washington. Then you got to find your own way back to wherever your hometown is, wherever you from, you got to find your own way. So we had already made arrangements with Delta from our previous flight, our international flight. We used that to get us back to the States, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, back to Tennessee. So that's how we ended up having that flight, but it was for the next day. So inside the airport, we had to use the internet at the airport because our phones have been shut down because we didn't have any access to phone service, so we didn't need it, and so our phones were cut off. So we used that time while we was in the airport along with some good friends we met. What's up, y'all? We met some good people on the flight, and I'll talk to you more about them later on. We connected with. And so anyways, we used that time to book us a hotel, and we had to, the rental-car situation was a whole nother monster, but we ended up getting a rental-car from Avis eventually, which was like $73 for one day for a small, like a Pathfinder, and that still was crammed with all our bags, and we just had enough room to actually make our move. So after we left, we didn't have any internet access or whatever. We asked somebody for directions. Was no good direction. So we had just came to Washington like 6 months prior, before there for the first time to visit the what's that museum?
The new African History Museum. That was December 9th week, the week of December 9th week.
Yeah, my birthday week. So it was like 4 months or something like that, previous 3 or 4 months. So anyway, when we did that, we kind of familiarized ourselves with the terrain somewhat, but we were still lost. So we like 11 going on 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, we trying to find our way to our hotel. But eventually when we find our hotel, the hotel is shut down. It's closed down. It ain't nobody around the town.
Lights off.
We booked it in Old Town, which is in Virginia. Alexandria. And when we get there, it's closed down. They got a note on the door saying that they ain't reopening back to May, but y'all still booking hotel rooms. What is that? Is that a scam or what? The money was taken out of my account. So now I got to go through all of that to get a refund when they shouldn't be booking, period, if they know the hotels are closed down. What y'all trying to make any type of money, hoping people don't realize what's going on or whatever? So when we left that hotel, we just kept moving, and what else? It was
we went to a regular Hilton. That one was closed.
No, the regular Hilton is where our hotel room was.
The Hotel Garden Hill.
The Garden Inn was the hotel we booked the last time we came, but it was closed down too. So we left there, kept rolling. We ended up coming on another Garden Inn on the other side of town, and that place happened to be open, but it was only us and another tenant that were in the whole hotel.
The entire hotel. It looked like
it was so crazy.
For real.
Yes.
Like a real movie set.
It was super crazy.
With no cars in the parking garage on no levels.
Yes, and we only had the food. Thank God we had made food and took food with us. And that was our saving grace, because it was no restaurants open but like a McDonald's drive-thru, and we don't eat that terrible mess. So
go back, rewind a little bit on the story. So when we was talking about the embassy flight and evacuation flight, they told you you could bring your own water, that there wouldn't be no in-flight service, wouldn't be no water, no juice, no food or anything like that on the flight. So we prepared and bought our own food, which was perfect for us. But when we get on the plane, they had food, drinks, juice, the whole 9 yards. Ethiopian Airlines, I guess they followed their own protocol and their own reasoning.
They said we can't give these black folks, all these black folks on this flight with no food.
For 11-hour flight with no type of nothing.
So them folks fed the people, because we
drank for free. The people that drank, they could drink. They was drinking everything for free.
Yeah. So another thing, shouts out to New Vegan. New Vegan Cafe in DC. We had eaten there before.
Georgia Avenue in DC.
Georgia Avenue. Go and check them out. They have some fire food up in there. But anyway,
the greens and macaroni cheese.
By the next morning, after we rested, because we were dog tired, we finally got in that room about 12 something. We were so exhausted we could barely get out of our clothes. But we did manage that. We put the children in their bed and we went to sleep in our bed, and we were so tired. We finally woke up. It was like an hour before checkout time, which was 1 o'clock. We had 1 o'clock checkout time, which was great, because we needed that rest. Right. So we got up, we got ready, we put our clothes on. My husband got him some time on his phone, so now we got phone service. And then on top of that, we were able to order for pickup at New Vegan Cafe. So that saved us again. We ordered 4 fat plates. It was vegan lasagna, it was collard greens, it was macaroni and cheese. We had vegan Salisbury steak with mushroom gravy. We had
so good.
We had plenty of collard greens, mac and cheese, and the children had the vegan wheat gluten chicken drumettes and some fries and sauce and all that good stuff. Y'all make sure y'all go check out New Vegan if you in Washington or Maryland area or wherever you are. Y'all got to check out New Vegan. Those folks over there have the best vegan food that I've ever had in Washington, in Washington D.C. So check them out. And so so we ate on the way. We ate when we got to the rental car place, and for some strange reason our internet was just not working correctly. Later on I found out that the do not disturb was on the phone and it was blocking the internet, but either way we worked it out. So what we ended up doing then was, once we made it to the rental car place, we finished eating as much as we could. We compacted all those containers, got rid of some, and drunk some of our juice. But when we get to TSA pre-check, they tell us that we can't. I told them that we had juice. They asked, did we have water, juice, or whatever. I told them we did, that it was for the children. So they was like, oh, you're not gonna be able to bring all those juices. We had 5 juices that we got from the New Vegan Cafe. Some delicious stuff too. So we stood there, we ain't throwing our juices away. We stood to the side and drunk as much of the juice down so that we could take the rest of it on the flight. And then once we went through, and some brother came to us, he was like, they wouldn't let y'all through each y'all juices. We was like, nah, they made us drink them down or whatever. He was like, now you tell them it's for the kids, they supposed to let you go through. I said, I did tell them it was for the children. He was like, well, I would have let you through, but next time just freeze your juices solid before you come to the airport. Bring them solid, and that's your way through. They can't mess with you if your drinks are solid. I said, oh, okay, thanks for that tip. So y'all remember, always freeze your liquids hard and frozen, so when you come, you won't have an issue because your liquids are frozen. So that was a good tip from the brother. Shouts out to that brother that gave us that info. And so we went on in, and I got footage. I'm going to put up a video, all the footage that I took for the whole shebang. Everything that we telling y'all, I recorded as much as I could to show y'all what it looks like. We was on the ghost train. We was on the train. It was just supposed to take us from one gate to the other gate. Was nobody on that train but us. We had a whole train to ourselves. This is how things are looking. But as far as COVID-19, there's nothing, no tests, no dead bodies in the middle of nothing. Nothing. This is not adding up. This is not adding up. The fear mongering must stop. Stop watching all of the coverage and stuff, because they are lying. If it was such a catastrophe going on, we ain't seen no COVID-19 tents. We was riding all over Washington. We ain't seen no hospital tents, no nothing.
The hospitals was closed. We passed two hospitals.
We passed two hospitals that was not open.
As far as like
seeing people visually going in and out.
No, that wasn't happening. The parking lots was like regular staff cars, and not a whole bunch of empty parking spaces. So I mean, something it's just
it's not adding up, y'all. It's not adding up. We was expecting to see so much more, because we have seen the coverage and all of this stuff that's been going on with the fear mongering and acting like there's bodies everywhere. Where are the bodies? Where are the people?
It was basically a confirmation of a lie.
Yes.
What we saw was confirmation of a suspected lie. We all suspected it as being a lie, or to a certain point, because some people are getting sick, some people are dying, but we don't know what the situation is.
And the regular people can't die.
And now you have these people that's been putting out mandates that everybody that passes away, that when they're recorded it by clinics or hospitals or wherever they are, everything is to be labeled as COVID-19.
COVID-19 for regular deaths. I mean, not like a regular death, but just like people that's dying from illnesses and cancer and stuff every day. They saying that you dying from COVID-19. Y'all pay attention. We have people die every day, but ain't no regular dying every day. Where are the GoFundMe pages for all of these people that's dying? Why aren't we seeing families with pictures of their loved ones showing that they died from COVID-19? We should be flooded with people with GoFundMe pages. Everybody don't have life insurance and burial insurance. Where are these people? We need to use our mind and see. We don't have a trickle-down effect or a domino effect of if this was really true and this was happening like a catastrophe like 9/11 and all that. Remember, if you old enough, remember how things happened when all those people died in the buildings being taken down. Remember that. It was a plethora of people needing help. GoFundMe pages, help me, blase, blase, or whatever. I lost this loved one. This person died in 9/11, all that stuff. It's none of that. What is really going on? What is really going on? So this is the question we need to ask ourselves, and we need to pay attention to what's going on around here. Everybody start taking pictures and videoing, which a lot of people already are, of the strange things that you're seeing, the strange setup of people. But look at here. Things are going on as normal where we are. People out driving, moving around. Where's the corona virus tents at? Where are they? They said we got a high number of infected people in Shelby County. Where is the tents? I don't see anything related to COVID-19.
We're gonna go look and see if we find it.
We're gonna drive around and see if we can find anything. But right here in our city, in Memphis, Tennessee, it's supposed to be such a high number of infected people. Where are the tents at? Is that Hollywood? Are they using a movie set? The bodies? Is that movie sets? What is going on? These are questions we need to ask ourselves. We can't just trust everything, especially Fox, MSN, all these news stations, fake news that's been lying to black folks forever. And if you have elderly family members, man, get them off of this. Get them off the corona, because they ain't doing nothing but scaring them, and they having strokes and heart attacks and worried because our people worry. We know that. Our people worry a lot.
I guess it's essential to wash your clothes.
Yeah, essentially, the laundromat is open. I mean, I'm saying. Look at this. Gas down to $1.29.
What?
Diesel down to $1.99. Burger King open.
Gas $1.29.
Yes. Check this out. Where is the COVID-19 tent set? Look at all these people driving around. You can't do this in Ghana.
No, ain't none of this. That's why it feels strange to me.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
It ain't even no cases.
Stay in the house. We like, what? Because it's like everybody's still moving around.
We was in Ghana telling our family members, y'all stay in the house. Aren't y'all on curfew? Aren't y'all on lockdown like we are, shelter in place? We've been for 3 weeks in Ghana, and we supposed to have the highest amount of cases, 33,000 dead in the United States. Where is the dead people?
Pawn shop open.
Pawn shop open, people die every day. Where are the dead people for corona? What is
and they
going
having people
on?
blowing up their lives with this shit because a lot of people trying to stay home and not get sick, and from what they saying, not get sick, and they not being able to pay their rents and shit like that. If you can't pay your shit and stay afloat, because this shit is looking real fucking suspect out here.
And if not, if you can't afford, don't worry. Be prepared to move. Find you another place, because they can't put you out. Don't let nobody come and put you out. I don't care who your landlord is. They have to go through the system, or the court system, to evict you.
This shit crazy.
And they cannot put you out. So do not worry about that. As long as they got all of the entities closed down, we can't afford to pay. Everybody in the same boat. So don't feel like you the only one that's going through something. You not. Everybody in the same boat. Even us. Everybody is in the same boat, y'all. So just remember. Don't worry. Do not worry. Do not worry. Everything is going to be on the up and up. It's going to be fine. Just remember that what we seeing is something strange. It's got a lot to do with the New World Order that we've been talking about for many years, and now we know we're here. Alright? Stay tuned for the next video. Thank y'all for watching, subscribing. Thank y'all for paying attention. And keep an open mind. Stay strong. Don't believe the hype. Know that we're going to make it through this. We're going to survive, and we're going to see this for what it really is. The devil has shown up. Evil is in place. And these folks got something up their sleeve, and we have to watch this crap unfold right before our very eyes. Thank y'all. Much love. Living my best life in Ghana unfolds in America. Countdown back to Ghana. That's what this is all about. Peace.